Hello there and greetings. In this tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at how you can find crochet patterns and diagrams without resorting to using Google as a first step. I've actually added some slides better explaining things since the presentation class in the hopes of better explaining things and elaborating things. I'll touch upon this later in the video. Now you may be asking yourself, why would I need a tutorial on crochet patterns and diagrams? What even are crochet patterns and diagrams? And why would I be looking for crochet patterns and diagrams anyway? Well, crochet patterns are a set of instructions on how to make a particular piece of crochet work, while the diagrams show the product in terms of the stitches and layout of the work in variations of circles or lines to represent the stitches. Typically, crochet diagrams are in black and white or blue, though other colors can be used as well. Why would you want to crochet though? Well, crochet can be a useful tool to help people to relax, and crochet projects may take less time to make than, say, a knitted project might. Like knitting, however, crochet can be used in the creation of clothing and other household items, as well as more intricate and unique products. In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at 3 different resources for finding crochet patterns and diagrams: the social media site Pinterest, some crochet blogs, and a walkthrough of checking out a physical book from the Topeka Public Library. The keywords one could use when looking up crochet patterns and diagrams include crochet diagrams, crochet patterns, granny square patterns, granny square diagrams. Here we are on Pinterest after logging in and searching for crochet images and boards. These are all good resources. However, they're not quite what I'm after, so I'm going to do a search for crochet diagrams instead. These are the results for crochet diagrams, and hey, this looks like a pretty good resource here in the middle. Let's save it to a board. To save to a board, we click on the image. In the upper right-hand corner, we have the option to share it to a board, and we have a drop-down list of options. We're going to save it to the board Ain't It Crafty. We can now click on the board's name, which in turn takes us to the board. To create a board on Pinterest, first, one must visit their user page. At the top, there is a plus sign, which is what we are going to click on. To create the board, one must simply click there. Doing so leads to the screen where one can enter a name and have the option of keeping this board secret, or rather, private. Now that I've shown you how to use Pinterest, let's take a look at blogs, specifically the blog Moogly. Now, for this endeavor, I use Discord. Specifically, I used a crochet-related server I found through a link from a yarn-related subreddit on the website Reddit. But, in theory, one could use other sites such as Quora and Tumblr for blog recommendations. Since Moogly was the first result that a fellow crochet hobbyist suggested, I decided to investigate. Once on the site, the user is met with a variety of tabs. However, the most important tab is the Patterns and Tutorials tab located along the top. It has a drop-down menu consisting of crochet abbreviations, a glossary of crochet terms and abbreviations, free patterns, paid patterns, video tutorials, and photo tutorials. Clicking on free patterns reveals a list of free patterns sorted alphabetically within the categories of adult clothing, afghans and blankets, appliques, baby and toddler items, bags and totes, bath items, cowls, scarves, and shawls, cozies and covers, flowers, guest post patterns, hair accessories, home decor, kids clothing, kitchen, miscellaneous, motifs, pet items, toys, and crafts. Let's take a look at this particular pattern, the all grown up arm warmers. This pattern is almost wiki-like in its format, as there are certain words that are hyperlinked, presumably done in order to allow better comprehension and a means for the confused user to clarify their understanding of certain terms. A list of materials for each project is provided, and row-by-row instructions are clearly written, with supplementary and annotated pictures provided as well. As an added bonus, the pattern provides the user with the option of sharing this pattern through social media websites such as Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and email. Furthermore, the website provides the user with the print-friendly option. That is, the option to print the instructions without the photos that would otherwise consume massive amounts of ink. As someone who crochets, Moogly certainly will be a useful reference in the future. This brings us to our third and final resource, the physical book from the public library. Here we are on the home page of the Topeka Public Library. Obviously, there are many different library websites in the world, but I feel like I should point out that both Topeka, Lawrence, and Seattle use the same interface on their websites. So let's say I'm pretty comfortable using it. The Topeka Public Library also has an art gallery, which at the time of this recording is currently under renovation. It offers events, kids' library, services, a small cafe, and places where you can download things and research. Also, fairly recently, is a new addition in the form of wireless printing. Scrolling down leads to a weekly list of events and the bookmobile schedule as well. Also of note, on this page, there's the contact information. You can call them, you can text them, you could email them, you could chat, and there's also a library FAQ section. The download it section is for digital downloads of ebooks and magazines and the like. The Research It tab includes research databases, topics, and learning resources. A search in the search bar for the words crochet leads to a variety of links, while conversely, a search for crochet diagrams yields no results. Conversely, a search for crochet patterns reveals a variety of resources, including something called the Antique Pattern Library, a free online resource for crafts publications. Here's the weird thing about this interface. You have to log into your account before you could check out items. So here we have the login page where one could put their username and their password. Here we have the library dashboard. On the left, there is a section where you can see what items you've checked out, what items you have on hold, the items that are ready for you to pick up, and the items that are being shipped over, and what, if any, fees you have. Also, the ability to submit a suggestion and the number of suggestions you made this month. The For Later shelf is mostly for books that you want to save for later, be it books you really, really like, or books that you have fond memories of. I'm going to do a library search through keyword of crochet patterns. All these things are available now. Now, off to the left, you have the option of filtering your results by availability, format of books, if it's movies and TV, magazines or journals, how new it is, what sort of titles you could keep at the library or check out from the library, the content, the audience, the form, genre, the topic, the author, languages, publish date, rating, and tags. The tags can be further searched by genre, by tone, and by theme. Content refers to whether or not the work is nonfiction, or undetermined, or fiction. The audience can be either children, adults, young adults, or other. New at the library is an indication of how new an item is, if it's less than 30 days in, or well over 180 days in. So yeah, I did a keyword search for crochet patterns, and unfortunately, these aren't what I wanted. I'm going to look for crochet diagrams. Oh, here's a cool book I'm going to check out. There's the details. There's full record. There's additional info. And here's a description. And the aforementioned details of any given item checked out include publishing information, editions, ISBN, branch column number, characteristics, and additional contributors, as well as an opinion piece, which is a critical review. Additional info can include things on publications and the publicator's history. And over here, it tells you the total copies that are available, and the number of copies, if any, are on hold. It also tells you where it is on the shelves and where it's located in the particular location it's in. There are a variety of options for picking up your item, including the Shawnee and Topeka County Public Library, the Auburn Community Center, some credit unions, Dillon's at Irish and Dillon's North, both bookmobiles, various state buildings, the Villa West, and Walmart, to name a few. And now, I have requested a hold on this book. I am now number 1 in line.